Welcome to another edition of YatlifeChronicles, where we are better together than separated. Thank you guys for tuning in today. And like I told you, this is the month of Thanksgiving. You know, we slowly but surely coming up to Thanksgiving. You know, it's all about family, man. And, you know, and I told y'all this month that we will be talking to different individuals about what does Thanksgiving mean to them, and just get a little bit about who are they and what they got going on in their life. And today we have a very interesting, very unique individual in the building. His name is Corey Pritchett. And
Interesting.
very interesting, very unique, you know. And Corey, he's anti-gangster rap. He feels that rap is fruit of a poisonous tree that we're eating from, that's destroying us as a community, as individuals, as families, as a whole, you know. And we want to get his perspective on what, you know, why he don't like, you know, gangster rap. We're going to talk about what gangster rap has been doing to the community. And just see what kind of resolution that we can come up with. Try to bridge the gap. So, you know, be at the end of the day, you know, we are what we listen to, you know. So I want to pass the mic over to you, man, and I want you to introduce yourself, man, and just tell everybody, man, your agenda, man, and what you're doing out here.
Well, man, first of all, appreciate you for having me, bro.
No problem.
You know, I'm very humble, bro. Anytime somebody pull on me and ask me to do anything, man, I can appreciate, you know, any contributions that I've made or trying to make to society, bro. That means a lot to me.
Thank
you. I mean, I'm trying to get this movement started, bro. Does the Music Matter 13? You know, trying to get the movement started. It's a movement that is discussing and educating and making people aware of the power of music, as well as infiltrating aspects of mass incarceration in the 13th Amendment. And so it's kind of like meshing them both together, so to speak. You know, so that's what I'm on as a whole, verbatim, man. And it's been a long road, and I decided to write the book a couple years ago. Does the Music Matter? Power, Perception, Persuasion. I decided to write it because, in pertaining to gangster rap, one of my students was murdered. At the time, I was like the principal at an alternative school, and I love my people, bro.
And you here from Saginaw?
I'm from Saginaw.
What side of town you grew up on?
I grew up in the projects.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in the projects. Moved out to Jets by the high. You know,
What schools you went to?
I went to Edith Bailey all my elementary years. Went to Bailey. I went to Central. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my cougars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I went to Central through my middle school years, and then high school was where I really just started bouncing around. I went to the high for like a marking period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Moms was like, "You got to come out of there, dog. You ain't even going to school when I go to work."
Right.
So I went to the high, Bridgeport. Then I moved Grand Rapids. Went to East Kentwood. They kicked me out of there. I went to Crystal Pines and left there. I went to the Crossroads. So I went to about 5, 6 different schools, man. You know.
So, man, I hear you speak on the 13th Amendment, and you know, law is so important to me because it controls the land. I think everybody should study it. You know, it's not promoted enough, you know, and we as individuals, we have to teach people the law, because a lot of people don't know their rights. A lot of people don't know about the 13th Amendment, why it was abolished, and you know, it's being used as, you know, slave wages, you know, when you're incarcerated, you know, they can implement the 13th Amendment. That's why you get paid $1.83 a day, because you can only be given slave wages if you have committed a crime.
Yeah, you a slave.
Yeah.
It was never intended to free up black people. Never.
Right.
So it must be reading the 13th Amendment and don't read the whole, read through it.
Right.
It's really surface. It's not that hidden.
Right.
It's surface.
And even though slavery was abolished, so what they did is they handed down through the privilege of having each state having their own constitution, which had to align with the United States Constitution. But then here it is, all these Jim Crow laws is implemented. You know, so it's just like you said, we ain't free. We thinking we free, but we ain't free. You get over there and drink that water. Right. You know, right. You get over there and drink. You know, right. You can only be over here and get it work in the cotton fields. You know, the Jim Crow laws is still kept us in slavery.
Absolutely.
And it's still keeping us in slavery Absolutely. To this day.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a thing called the New Jim Crow. Michelle Alexander.
Oh man.
Wrote that book.
She's a wife of a prosecutor.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Michelle Alexander, man. Yeah, she's very profound.
She is, man. She inspired this work that I'm doing with Does the Music Matter 13, the movement I'm trying to develop.
Right.
You know, I really like to partner with her and try to support her and any other people, organizations, or individuals that's trying to do anything connected to the work, man.
Right.
You know, dealing with that mass incarceration piece, you know.
Right. And, you know, coming from being a product of your environment, coming from where you're from, you know, you can only morph into what's being promoted around you.
Yeah.
You know.
To a degree. For the most part, yeah.
But I mean, if I've never been taught to think different, then I'm only gonna be a product of what I'm seeing.
That's true.
I ain't never had the influence. I ain't never had nobody around me to tell me, man, go this route instead of this route. Do this instead of that. All I got is a bunch of people around me that's going one way.
Absolutely. I'm gonna want to go that one way too.
Exactly.
I got you.
So I'm picking up, and this energy of everybody going this one way is leading to our destruction.
Yeah.
You know, because we're a product of where we come from. It's leading to our destruction, fires, incarceration, and death.
Absolutely.
And so you saying that we need to change we need to just stop listening to gangster music as a whole?
I mean, it depends on what your perspective of gangster rap is. To me, gangster rap music, first of all, for clarification purposes, I'm not against rap, right?
You're gangster rap. Gangster rap, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Gangster rap.
Right. I rap.
Right. That's why
I drop a 16 right now. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I ain't against. Art is a reflective and expressive art. That's what rap is, rather.
And I understood what you said when you was talking in your live about, you know, rap. I mean, you know, regular rap, country, techno, jazz, R&B. It don't make you kill, you know. But the gangster rap is, you know, is got the culture in an uproar and run around with the Drakes and the 30s and this and that, and it's, you know, promoting violence.
Yeah, it is, bro. And there's layers to it. Because there's somebody listening to us right now that's saying, okay, I just listened to so-and-so early today. I ain't about to go kill nobody. Mm-hmm. Somebody heard what you said, and that was their response inwardly. And they not understanding there's layers to it. And so my issue is, man, I ain't brand new either. Like, I grew up in Saginaw, Michigan, man. You know, so this not coming from somebody who don't know and understand the culture.
Did you grow up on gangster rap?
Yeah, loved it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Gangster, that's what they yelling. I'm in elementary, screaming at it. You see what I mean? Strawberry is the neighborhood hoe. I said that in the last interview. Somebody gonna say he liked that line. I did when I was young. See what I'm saying? I was an elementary student, speaking about being a gangster, speaking about killing, shooting, banging, slanging.
Was you living any of them things that you was listening to?
It was rubbing off on me. I ain't want no smoke for real. I just wanted to mess with girls, play sports, you know what I'm saying, catch me a buzz. Nah, I was too young to be trying to catch a buzz, granted, but that's what I wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? But even that, you know, I am 10 years old, bro. Me and my boys, we was drinking St. Ives, Big Bear, 8 Ball, you know what I'm saying? Anything we heard, you know.
I mean, I can kind of, you know, I feel what you're saying because, like I say, I grew up through the Eric B, Rakim era. Like when I started listening to rap, I grew up Eric B, Rakim, LL Cool J. And Eric B, Rakim made me want to rock the Dapper Den, and you know what I'm saying? Wish I could have the Gucci, and you know, we wearing the chains and this and that. You know, we wearing the Daniel Boone hats and stuff like that.
Right.
So it did have an influence on us.
Right.
You know, I remember LL Cool J. You know, listening to I Need Love, and he was a more laid back, you know, just a smooth artist, you know, that was about girls. So at that point in time, we was young, we was about girls.
Right.
You know, then you had NWA came along. And it corrupt us all.
That reality rap.
Hey, listen, that reality rap, it corrupted us all.
Yeah.
So now we all wanted to be hustlers.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, it does influence us. And the thing about it is that I know that, and I listen to gangster rap all the time, listen to basically all of it, keep up with a lot of it. Don't let it influence me, but I listen to more jazz and R&B because I'm a man of calmness. I like peace, I like stillness. And, you know, it's a point in time in your life for that, you know, because, you know, after 2-3 hours, you can't just, it be, okay, now listen, let's think of it, because like with the gangster rap, it's like you can only think for the moment.
Right.
You can't think past the moment. So when you listen to the jazz and you listening to the R&B, you can think and see yourself in 5 years. You know, contemplate on how you want to beat life. You know, with gangster rap, it does. It, you know, depending on the person that you are, how mature your mind is, it makes you want to kill. You know, I remember when a guy killed a couple back in the day. They say he was listening to Tupac. What song? I forget what song it was, but it has really been the music has really been an influence on the culture and destroying it.
It has, bro. It has, and it's like, so while we talking about this, there's a lot of our people gonna say something in opposition. But if I told you a little white boy was listening to Marilyn Manson, bro, before he went and killed somebody, you're gonna talk about that little white boy. You're gonna have something to say and feel something about that music. You see what I mean? Because it's a white boy. But we ain't looking at it when it's a us thing. You know what I mean? And so let me shred it a little bit, bro. Let me get to it and shred it a little bit, right? The best thing to waking up.
Folgers in your cup.
Now, how the heck did you know that?
Because it's music.
First off, in the click you can. You
West side of the. Yeah.
How did he know that, bro?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how you know that.
And it's in our soul.
It's called influence.
Yeah.
It's called impact.
Yeah.
Effect.
Yeah. It comes through our soul. It's connected to our soul. Music is connected to our soul.
It is. Music is the only thing, bro, that infiltrates your subconscious without your permission. So you got like two sides of your brain, left side or right side, right? Your left side kind of like a guardian, right? I'm simplifying. Your left side like a guardian. And it's like a filter. You know, that's why if somebody call you out your name and you don't receive it, it'll never make it over here to the right side because the left side like, nah, I'm straight. I ain't that. This ain't that. That ain't this. But with music, it's the only thing, bro, it will bypass that left side without your permission. You ever been in the grocery store and there's some music on and you left out the grocery store and you humming the tune or you singing the tune? You wasn't even paying no attention to that. Matter of fact, that you don't even like that song like that. Well, what is it? It's the power of music. You understand what I'm saying? And so you think about that, bro, like that's some very impactful stuff. You know, so like bagging it up a little more, also like as far as like maybe listening to it as an adult every day and saying, well, I ain't killing nobody. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not. But people gotta understand, first of all, it's me when I'm talking. So you gotta put that in context. Who am I? What do I believe in? How do I live? What are the things that I understand? What are some of the things that are morals to me and ethical? You understand what I mean? And so for me, Corey Pritchett, I'm 42 years old. I've been serving my community for 17, 18 years, primarily working with young people, but working with all people that have been impacted by poverty, violence, criminality, incarceration, broken homes, drug addiction, drug dealer, you name it, murder, you name it. And so I'm looking at people that I care about, and I'm looking at a certain vehicle, a certain substance that's being used to like shred the people, like to disrupt and destruct the people, bro. And so that's why I got the attitude I got about the whole thing. It's not. I don't really believe that if y'all go listen to some murder music right now tonight, y'all gonna go kill. So that is not what I believe. But I don't respect what it is, what it stands for. Like somebody will say, well, this is what's in my environment. Well, that don't mean you gotta promote it. I live here. I don't promote murder.
But some, and I understand what you're saying. And coming from poverty, gangster rap is like the number one thing right now, and being promoted, you know. And the kill music with the drill music. But coming from poverty, you know, by all means necessary, I gotta eat.
Right.
You know. And I mean, we know a lot of people who engage their life for what they believe in.
Absolutely.
Who is martyrs today for giving their life up for what they believe in.
Absolutely.
A lot of these boys out here today is willing to die to get to the top than do nothing and stay broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And I mean, you know, being in poverty, man, coming from nothing, you know, being pushed down, being in prison. Your brother done got killed, your cousin done got killed, your best friend done got killed. This gangster rap is all I got at the end of the day. So what I need for Corey Pritchett to do is understand my agenda and what I'm doing. How can you relate to that? Like, and bridge the gap on the connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we trying to figure out a resolution. You know what I'm saying, with this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's about. It's coming up with a resolution at the end of the day.
Right on.
And I just want you to understand the minds that's out there and that's willing to die for what they believe in. You already in poverty. You come from nothing.
Right.
You're an underachiever.
Right.
What else do I got to lose?
Right. So on one hand, we're talking about the cultural, and we're talking about behaviors and thought patterns, right? Mindsets. And on another hand, we're talking about gangster rap music, right? And so I understand you drawing a connection, but I'm going to respond to both of them.
Okay.
All right. And so Ruby Payne, let me say this, man. I used to practice as a therapist for years. I stopped for different reasons. Substance abuse therapist, mental health therapist. I understand human behavior, you know what I mean, beyond a surface level. And so back to, I'm saying that it's relevant and you'll see why. But Ruby Payne, Dr. Ruby Payne, a black woman, she had a theory called the culture of poverty theory. And this theory asserts that people who are in poverty develop personality traits that only perpetuate poverty. And so to your point about the individual who's saying all the things that you just said, what I would say to that individual is what you want out of life. You know, like, because if you want, well, I want to eat, okay? What do you want? What is your outcome? What do you, like, because some people okay with just submitting to death or prison to get what they want, to get what they need because of this situation. But I know plenty of people who've been in the same situation, didn't kill nobody and sell no dope to get out of it. You understand what I'm saying? So if one person, just one, can come out the same ghetto, the same hood, with the same influences, the same everything, bro, and not kill somebody, so can you, fam. So that's demonic. Like, that's like somebody out there okay with that, But I'm telling you, bro, that's evil, and that's the core of evil.
And
That thought pattern is evil.
You say because I heard you when you were in your live and you were saying that about the gangster rap, and you were saying, explain to them the kingdom of Christ and what that and you were saying that your kingdom of Christ is that you was trying to convert everybody from the music, which was the darkness. Explain that a little bit to us.
So I'm gonna give y'all the very, very, very surface response to that. You got light and dark. This is what I believe, and I don't believe it because of some religion. I don't preach no religion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a part of no religion. People don't know that because I serve and I worship on a Sunday, and I fellowship with other people, and they think, oh, he in Christianity, he in a religion. I don't preach no religion. I don't preach Christianity. I preach the Bible. I preach Christ and the kingdom of God.
So you are a Christian?
I'm a follower of the Messiah. I'm not a convert of Christianity.
Okay.
You know, just because you asked. But there's a kingdom of light and a kingdom of darkness. I believe that light, that kingdom of light, produces certain things. You know what I'm saying? Peace, love, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, right? And I believe that darkness, kingdom of darkness, produce certain things, right? Depression, stress, abuse, addiction, right? Death, murder. You understand what I'm saying? And so when I reference the kingdoms when referencing the music, that's pretty much what I was referencing. You know, I didn't get too deep because I understand, you know, that's just everybody don't get all of that. And I don't like talking to people when they can't understand me because what am I talking for? I ain't one of them people, you know what I'm saying? I want to be so deep just so you can think I'm smart. If you don't get it, I don't want to talk about it. So, but that's what I was referencing, man, with the, because, you know, a lot of the you know, music that's being produced, man. I mean, there's a lot of darkness attached to it. You know, even suicide. You know what I mean?
Right. And I see in a lot of your music, like, you know, I seen that you was rapping. It's a lot of education in it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of science in it.
Right.
You know, and it made me go back to like those KRS-One days. You know, because you say you 42. You know, it made me, you know, you the teacher.
Yeah.
You know. And we do need more of that. You know what I'm saying? We do need more teachers with their rap music. You know what I'm saying? And with their art. And, you know, so it can be a different and a more positive influence.
Yeah.
You know, so how long have you been rapping?
Oh, man. I don't know, bro. Probably 20 years or something.
20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never want to be a rapper.
Right.
You know what
You
I
want
mean?
to be just be more, so much more.
So I just use it because I know I have the gift.
Yeah.
So I use it for different things that go along with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that
42,
was part of the
bro.
reason why, you know, when the book came along.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, I know how to rap. It's a music, you know, the book about music. We might as well do a soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So tell us a little bit about that, man. When we pick that book up, man, what can we see inside our pages?
The book next year, man, I'm gonna put it back on the shelf. You know, I took it off the shelf, like I told you, you know, last week. I was in school. It was just doing too much, but we back, man. And we trying to get the movement going. We gonna get the book back going January 2023. You know, people can pick up the book. It's not an everyday read, you know, because the book wasn't written to be an everyday read. The book was written to go in front of Congress, and that's where I'm going. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to be able to have evidence and science to provide them, you know what I mean? So they can't just think that I'm just coming up here with my emotions and just my opinion.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So Live Waves, that's...
Live Waves, man. Shout out to Live Waves. Download the app, man. Black tech company. Social media, right here. Your content, your rules, man. They're my people. Definitely download that app. Show them some love, man. Facebook and everybody else, they got a muzzle on you. They got all these different, man. There's Live Waves where it say, hey, you can monetize your stuff too, man.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, check it out. Android, iPhones. You know, check them out.
Yeah, so,
While we doing shout out to my babies, WBAG, eyes and ears to the streets. BAG, man, building a generation of my boys, man. Me and my boys, really it's them. You know, Reggie Baldwin, Nick, J Dab, Paul Webb, man. So, yeah, shout out to my brothers, man. So, yeah.
Okay.
Word life.
You know, so at the end of the day, the theme of my show, man, is we better together than separated, man. Get some of your thoughts on that.
Man, that's why I'm trying to do this movement, y'all. You know, it's not about like, oh, Corey hate gangster rap. Let's put a, nah, bro. I love my people. That's why I would like people to understand. And see, I'm not trying to be against. I'm trying to do what you said, bring together. You see what I mean? Like, just because I don't like something that you like don't mean I don't want to bring you towards me. That ain't what that means necessarily. You understand what I'm saying? That means that I see something a different way that you don't see.
Right.
And I'm sharing it with you in hopes that maybe you'll see what I see because I care. You see what I mean? So I love your thing because really that's what the movement is about. Here I am, a black man in America, bro. Grew up in the hood just like everybody else. I'm still in the hood. I'm in Saginaw. This is a hood. I'm still here. We finna do the Hoodie Awards too. Shout out to my wife, Shavonda Pritchard. Y'all be looking out for them Hoodie Awards December 30th, 2022. I'm telling you. And if we sent you a nomination and you ain't respond, then that's on you. But anyways, I'm still in the hood, right? I'm not somebody who don't know. So it's not about me trying to be better. It's like, y'all, listen, I see what has happened. Like I wrote a book, another book. It's called 40. It's about my life. It's a memoir. And I kind of take you down through there from 1980 to me being when I had colon cancer. I'll take you down through there when I grew up in the projects and the war on drugs was introduced to America and what the scene was like. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's like I get, like when I'm telling you, it's like I've been impacted by it. I used to snort cocaine at 17, bro. I was snorting coke. I was carrying guns. You know what I mean? I was smoking killer way before then. I was drinking at 10. You know what I mean? Like loose with my sex, all that. Hitting everything. Hitting it if it moves, it's getting hit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. No kind of, so I'm looking at this particular vehicle and how it impacted me first, right? And then I'm looking at how it impacted the people I'm serving. You understand what I'm saying? And then I began to get educated, and then I learned human behavior and the mind and emotions, and then I started making all these connections. So now I'm still trying to do what your show said, bringing us together. We better together. You know
and
what I
the
mean?
thing about that, you know, a lot of people don't know what the word toxic means.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes two people can be toxic to each other, or you can be toxic to yourself. You know, toxic means either destroying each other or destroying yourself and you unaware of it.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
So you woke up, you know, you was aware of the toxicity
Yeah, bro.
that was decimating and destroying your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And then as a servant, I've been serving, like I said, for 18 years. Youth development, like I said, human services all around the board. From case managers to, I mean, bro, I've done it all.
Right.
So I'm looking at first the impact on me, then I'm looking at the impact on these people that I care for and serve. You know what I mean? So the plea from Corey is not, hey, if you a gangster rapper, that ain't it, bro. I'm really looking past you. You don't even get it.
So how do you and the gangster rappers bridge the gap, man, when y'all can sit down in a room and talk, man, and come up together, man, with a conclusion on
Here's the conclusion. The reality is that you really don't get to, you don't get your jollies off really because you're talking about gangster rap. You really want to rap and talk about life and express yourself, right? Really, that's really what it is. I believe that if you talked about something else, or if you talked about it in a way where it wasn't promoting, I guarantee you there's a way around it. Especially the person out there who's looking for a major deal. Forget the deals. That's half the problem.
the labels?
Yeah, the desire to get out of poverty too. It's like a catch-22, bro, and the people
It's
know
like
that.
It's like the labels are the
escape.
string pullers.
Yeah,
like, you know,
the way out.
You know,
Yeah.
They the puppet master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, okay, I got this. You notice, bro.
I'm watching, and not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm watching Last Man Standing about Tupac. And, you know, all these people coming out now because Suge been gone 20, 30. He got life, he ain't never getting out. So people ain't in fear of their life, so they coming out with their stories. And they were showing how Interscope could have easily came and got Tupac out of jail.
Right.
He was calling people, anybody to come get him out of jail. But the subsidiary to Interscope, which was Death Row, came and got Tupac out of jail.
Right.
Which Jimmy Iovine could have easily came and got him. But Death Row came and got him. So now the influence comes in. Now you got a man that's grown up talking about education, you know, movement of positivity as far as moving black people forward. You know, seeing things that we did as a people didn't see.
Right.
So now his whole personality is corrupted with the blood shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and I was looking at it and I seen a Crip guy and he was talking about how when Pac first got with us, he was a Crip over here in this studio. He say, so one of the Lokes came and said to him, man, Pac sitting over there in the other studio in all red. He say, man, what is he doing? Mm-hmm. He say, man, they go over there together. They see him sitting in all red. Mm-hmm. And he said, man, sure, got him. You know? Mm-hmm. And that's a scenario of what's going on today. Mm-hmm. You know, with these rap labels and, you know, and with these heads being puppet masters and getting these guys killed. You know, these guys can't get out these deals. And, you know, it's just a lot of layers. That's what we go see. It's just a
that's
lot
why we kind of all, you know, even some of the stuff you asked me, I start and then I'm over here.
And you know, and at the end of the day, it's our people, the ones that's getting killed, you know. And we had Pac dead, Suge gone to prison. Bro. Who got the money?
Now
you know,
right,
so at the end of the day.
Stay right there. I'm gonna cut you back off. Right?
You know, we can't keep losing.
It's our people getting killed. It's our people, right? Here's my thing, dear gangster rapper. If you think I'm hating, bro, here's the thing, fam. It's our people getting killed. Ain't no white gangster rappers, fam, making millions. Really ain't no Mexican gangster rapper making millions. They all Negro, bro. Why? That's what y'all need to start asking yourselves. Oh, because we the coldest? You not signing yourself, bro? It ain't because you the coldest. Some of y'all trash making millions. And we all know that. So why is it?
The narrative
it's the people who giving them the money, who hiring them, bro. It's our people getting killed, and it's one person that's doing the hiring. One people group doing the hiring, one people group getting paid and getting killed. So it's not like, oh, I hate y'all gangster rappers. It's hate. I hate what you're doing. I hate the people that's above you. Really, bro, listen, my book ain't even talking to rappers. What I tell you, my book was for the go before who? The Congress. That's what I'm really focusing on. And I'm focusing on my people because we got way more power.
So with Congress,
than we
know.
Yeah.
So with Congress, what are you trying to push a bill? You trying to present a bill?
No bill. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
They ain't gonna do nothing. Well, what you doing then? Shaking the tree. Shaking the tree.
What's the objective?
The objective is to shake the tree. You see what I mean? The thing about knowledge is when you have information and you have enough people with information, you can cause a level of accountability. Or you can do something, right? So with movement, just like some people don't believe, some people, it's not about if you agree or not with this particular movement. I'm gonna use this particular movement though, for an example of how social movements make change, okay? The LGBTQ movement. Now, if you're listening and it ain't about if you like it or not, listen to it from the perspective of a social movement, right? That community That movement has moved mountains.
But
You
but
understand?
is
what
it
I'm
a
saying?
social community though? It's an agenda behind it. So is it really a social?
It's a social movement. It's a lot of aspects to it.
But it's a lot of influence to it.
It is. The point I'm making is the social movement aspect. And some people don't believe. When you start a social movement, you got to believe in what you're doing to the end, right? No matter who the powers is, and that's the point I'm making. Because when they first started,
But the powers is what influenced the social movement, though.
they powers, that ain't what influenced the social movement.
Hear me out, though.
They were a minority. Hear me out.
Okay.
You got to keep it in context what I'm saying, because there's a lot of things that I feel about that community, that movement, and a lot of stuff, but I ain't really talking about that stuff.
Right.
I'm talking about the context of what I'm saying as far as a social movement starting, right? Small social movement starting,
Yeah,
and this social movement having powers that be and other people that don't believe in their movement, right? They don't have the influence, they don't have everything at the beginning of this movement, right? And so I'm saying the same thing, because bro asked me, well, what are you trying to deal with Congress? Like, what does that have to do with anything? And so my correlation between does the music matter being a social movement and that movement is this. It's gonna start off really small, right? And the powers is against. You're going against the major powers, right? But the whole goal is to get the community, my community, right? They had a community, LGBTQ, their community, jump on board to the movement, take power and authority. That's what they did. Now they done got to the point you say something about a LGBTQ person.
I don't think that's the
You
case.
get shut down.
We can say the LGBT community started, let's just say in the 70s, right?
Right.
Like they were small, like you were saying.
Right.
Those people that started it, now they of age and in position of power. You get what I'm saying? Now they can really push buttons.
Mm-hmm.
They can push buttons on affluence now because they didn't gain position of power. And I ain't just speaking on just them,
Right.
Because it happens in rap too. You get what I'm saying? Because they ain't the young bucks no more. They in position of power now.
Right.
To where like they can push a button. You know, they didn't got their resources together. They got their networking circles together now.
Absolutely.
And now they can influence the power and the agenda. On the rap side, on the alphabet side,
Right.
on all these different social sides. Just like
So the side I'm focusing on though
Mhm.
is the people themselves, the group, the social movement, the people. So that's the part I'm focusing on.
okay,
You got it. So all those things you just said is relevant to their development of their movement. But the only part that I'm really focusing on is how the others of that community join the movement.
but they only
understand what
joining
I'm
based off affluence though.
They joining, they not just, but this is what I'm saying though, they joining, first of all, they joining because they want to. Because they're a part of the community. But they're a part of the community.
Just like with rap.
Now they feel, now they feel more braver, right?
Just like
They
with
feel-
rap though.
What?
Like with rap, these kids is getting influenced to go and get a Switch.
Right.
To go and get a Draco. To go and do this and live out their rap.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They influenced. They ain't want to be that.
Right.
They just influenced to be that.
Right.
It's the same thing with all the other social clubs. They getting influenced. It's an agenda that's getting pushed. You can cut on the TV right now and see some, what? They showing this on? It's an agenda.
So we were saying two different
The
things.
person don't
is
get an
what it is.
opportunity to be
Okay.
what they really
Because
want to be.
I see what you saying though. Actually, I wasn't listening to what you were saying, bro. For real.
It's definitely
Because I didn't see what you were saying because I wasn't saying what you saying, and I was stuck on what I was trying to get you. I see what you're saying though. I agree, and so you actually could use that to answer. I mean, to put in what I was saying as far as the development of the movement, right? And that's what I'm trying to do with interviews in the book and get information out is influence. You know what I mean? I am trying to influence the community to be a part of the movement. So like what you saying is actually
what you going to Congress
more
is
beneficial.
you trying to Are you trying to take some other people with you?
Yeah.
You're trying to go by yourself.
It has to be a
You
movement.
just put the, right, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
there you
yeah,
go. It
yeah.
has to be.
Yeah.
Because with that type of platform, you just don't want to take your own thoughts. and
But
go
you
do
also
something
gotta
like that.
be
No.
clear on what do you want to happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know what
And
I'm
trust me, all that'll be like,
Oh yeah, of course.
excuse me, like, and right now,
And what you would want to do is sit down and we want to present a bill, you know, and we will want to get with some people around here because in order to see change, we have
We
to
need
come
funding.
up. We need funding, and
We don't
we
need a
need to
bill.
present bills.
yeah,
We need
You know.
funding on education.
yeah,
We need funding on restoring our communities, and we basically gotta unlearn and relearn.
that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because this is and the reason I say we gotta unlearn and relearn because of the digital age. You know what I'm saying? A lot of because here we was just talking about the influence.
Not only
So now you don't know where you really come from, who you really are,
Right.
because the digital age then deterred your focus and your attention over here.
but not only digital.
That's a
Everybody upbringings is different. This person come from that environment. This person come from that environment. They might was taught wrong.
Come on in here, man.
Oh,
They breaking some of that in. Breaking that bottle in here, man.
Yeah,
today.
I'm on
You
wine.
can stand up. You know how I
You
was.
want some wine?
No,
Yeah. You know.
But no, like I just see that everybody have different upbringings.
Right.
Now the digital stage, like it definitely did play a major role. But like imagine if you was already taught wrong, and then you come into the digital stage, and now you spreading your wrong.
maximize it.
It's gonna maximize it now.
Right.
So it's basically unlearning and relearning. That's what our community need help with. You get what I'm saying? It's like building a structure of morale. You know?
And you know what? First, we got to see what's wrong with it. So it's like we don't see what's wrong with a lot of stuff that's wrong
Mm-hmm.
in the community to get to where bro at.
Yeah.
So I can't unlearn something that I don't know I need to unlearn.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like we all kind of like we observe things, especially as us as men. Like we observe how we would want to run our households, or you get what I'm saying? What's the issues, and you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think it started with household.
It do.
Like, how would you want to run your household? How do you want
and
your
that's
kids
the-
to grow up?
And that's what.
And then that's
what I
what's
was
gonna
saying
get
to him.
spread in the community.
That's what I was telling him earlier about the influence is that, you know, what it's about what's being promoted. You know, what you seeing at a young age. This is how you become a product of your environment, a product of where you came from. What are our kids seeing?
Right.
Because even though we don't want our kids to do wrong, we don't want them to do this and that, but we selling weed in front of them. We got guns
In they
in front
face,
of
though.
them. We doing this in front of them. We talking and disrespecting
Right.
women in their face and
Right.
doing this
Right.
and disrespecting guys in their face. And, you know, we expect them to be an angel.
Kids are visual learners.
So you got a problem with that, right? You feel like that's an issue?
Because that's
Yeah,
a walking
I do.
contradiction. of
So
yourself.
watch this. Why in the hell
We turn on the music.
would we turn on music and do that right there?
We turn
For
on
real?
the music.
It's like we really don't like. It's a lot of adults in our community feel just like you. I mean, like straight from the hood. Like we done did some things and been through some things. Some of us we still got some things going on. You know what I'm saying? But we don't really want our kids to, you understand, feel that same upbringing.
Right.
Like you know what I'm
The
saying? That
thing-
same impact,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
But yet the same thing we do, we turn on the music.
For sure.
Man, I used to be a principal at the alternative school. I used to sit up there and watch some of my kids get dropped off with their stepdaddy, daddy, mama, boyfriend. I don't be knowing who the Negro is sometimes. Bumping gangster rap with a cloud of weed smoke coming out. This is one of the school, fam. Dropping the kids off. You know them. You know they done hit the weed. You know they done hit the weed at least twice, right? It's
That's
like
crazy because
it's like we say we
Niggas
want.
blowing like a mug.
We say we want one thing, bro. It's like it's not even to condemn us, bro. It's to cause us to think, fam. That's all it is, causing us to think like if we could get to that place, back to the household joint. Oh, there it is. That's what it was. So it's like this. Here's the strategy. If people, I'm going back to the music and the power, and then back to I'm gonna bring it all back around. If the commercial people spending billions, advertising and marketers spending billions on jingles every year, that's because they understand the power of music.
For sure.
So the people who run the music industry, making money off of music, they got to understand the power of music. Now, the people who run this in this vicinity, running the music industry, they benefit from that man being extracted from the household, taken to prison, so we can get some free labor out this Negro, for one. For two, now we got the woman and the kids, and we can do what we need to do with them. We can send them in the direction we need to send them.
Further put them in power.
Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? It start in the household. My kids, like, I used to talk to my kids all the time, and they were younger. You know, now they get it now. But them and my ex-wife, they used to be thinking I was being too deep. Always teaching them about music. You're not listening to that in my house. This ain't got nothing to do with we go to church. This ain't because, you go to church, you can't listen to this. No. It's because I understand. You get what I'm saying? So the household, I mean, if you take one household that turn that around, and you take two that turn that around, bro, I just feel like I'm just that naive that believe our people have so much power that we got so much money, we spend so much money.
Yeah.
Like we could be rappers. Definitely. And we can have things, and
we can have our own country.
We can have our own companies, everything.
The money back, my cousins say we got our own country the way they
no,
spend.
like
they
statistically, we spend more money. We spend more money than France.
Yeah.
See,
the black community,
the Negroes. Yeah. The Negro people.
You know what I'm saying? We can literally have our own country.
And I wanted to get y'all thoughts on this before we get out of here. Do y'all think marketing that type of wealth and poverty is good?
What you mean?
You know, you marketing wealth and poverty. You know this rich shit in poverty.
Oh, you saying
both?
Yeah,
you know,
really are.
Oh, you talking about how the rappers
be having
the
rappers and how we do. We marketing wealth and poverty. Where we destitute of resources, destitute of money, and then we got people getting killed, and
I think it's a thin line.
Happening.
I think it's a thin line because the people need inspiration for sure. Right. They need an example to get set.
But that inspiration can be deadly.
But that's the thing about our race. That's something that we trying to figure out. Like, what's wrong with that? That's why we got to unlearn and relearn. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel like we have to have a balance of it. You know, we got to have examples to show what success look like in our community, because if we don't, we all just gonna be fucked up.
And we gonna take the image of what somebody else says success is. We just on the double-edged sword. Like what a success, and that's the thing, bro. It's like TV and media and everything. They telling you what to look at as success. The gold chain, the diamonds, 4-5 girls with big titties and a nice booty, and she fine, and she ain't got no flaws and no skin issues, and they tell you what success looks like. You gotta have this, this, and this. Man, I got an uncle who got one wife, ain't never been married, but once got 2 kids. I'm talking about they phenomenal kids. They both now just had babies at the same time almost. I'm talking about retired. I mean, peaceful man. Love God, love his wife. He's a great uncle to so many nieces and nephews. That's success to me.
Yeah,
you understand
success.
What I'm saying?
I know exactly. I just had this conversation with my pops about success. And everybody got their own definition of success.
They do.
You know, some people can be like, a peace of mind is my success.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I got a peace of mind and I can think for myself and I don't feel shackled and I ain't struggling, that's success to me. You know, seeing my kids grow up, that's success to me. You know, a lot of people is materialized to where like I gotta have a certain amount of money. Yeah. And what I was saying is the way I will feel success is to inspire others. You know what I mean? Like if I can inspire, and then it got deep because I'm like, I can inspire one person, and then I feel like, man, I can do more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a rabbit hole you can go into, to where like, dang, I don't feel successful. It only if you.
I know
But
what you're saying.
my pops broke it down to me so crazy. He was like, "You said it to inspire others, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know." He was like, "Well, you only need to inspire one person. You should at least feel successful."
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You out of all people.
But then it was like, but I see the problems in the world, and I see what's going on in my community, and I feel like, dang, I can do more, you know?
Yes.
So it's like a rabbit hole that you will fall into, to where like, dang, like, I know I probably inspire X, Y, and Z, but like, look at these people over here too.
Right.
You know? So it's kind of like a rabbit hole. When I told him, like, I don't think I'll be able to feel success properly.
What you speaking of, and I ain't trying to reword your feelings and thoughts, but what I'm getting from you is really fulfillment. And so that's what I'm getting from you. I mean, and of course you're using the word success, and that's obviously what you mean, but I'm saying that's what I'm gleaning from you. Because
that is fulfillment.
I'm taking the same thing. Like,
It is
that's been my whole thing throughout
It
the years.
definitely is fulfillment.
Yeah. It's because ain't no other better feeling.
Yeah.
Than helping somebody else.
Yeah,
like being able to do something
Yeah.
where another person is like, man,
and
thank
they be
you.
successful
That inspired
from it, yeah.
that inspired me. Or I was down
Yeah.
before you said that, or I was going through. You know how many
Yeah.
people I done, not even when
real.
I was just being the therapist. I've talked to people to help them
Before you got on that journey.
Before that, and,
Yeah,
and
and
not
after.
sitting across from a person. That's what I'm saying. Help people not commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And like, I ain't go out telling everybody, you know,
Right.
yeah, I just talk somebody down. I ain't do that.
No, it
It
ain't
was
about
that
that.
feeling. It ain't about that. It was about
It
that.
ain't about that.
that
That's
feeling.
how I am.
And-
Because there's so many people I didn't help and like put on different paths to where like it bettered their vision, it bettered their dream, that whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I don't go around, I helped them, I did this and I did that.
It wasn't
because
genuine if you did it like that.
no, it ain't that. It's just like,
Right.
I supposed to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
your-
why I was
that's
here.
your
That's
due
why God
diligence.
put me here.
Right, but you
You get what I'm
understand
saying?
your purpose. A lot of people don't
Yeah,
understand.
and I'm
their
a purpose-driven person.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm
live
saying?
by-
So I don't
and my
just do stuff to
success-
do stuff.
And my success,
You know what I mean?
You know, my success, is that I love people.
Mhm.
I love the fact that we got the same two hands, one head, two legs. We all makeup is the same, but we all think different.
We are uniquely
that's
different.
that's the interesting part that I like. You got bums that's on the ground, then you got a billionaire. And you can learn from those people, just like you can learn how that bum, how not to get there like that bum laying there, and how to get there where that billionaire is at. And they both can teach you things. So with me, I
Absolutely,
wanted to
bro.
take my adversity and put it on a platform to help other people.
My brother.
And that's my success.
Yeah.
So all our successes is the same, to reach out there and help other people at the end of the day. And hopefully we multiply.
Right.
We multiply, and keep multiplying, because we gotta come together, in love, peace, and in harmony. It's Thanksgiving month, and before we get out of here, I gotta ask you, man, to both of y'all, we going into Thanksgiving, man. What does Thanksgiving mean to you? We'll start with you, Corey.
Well, can I read this excerpt from my book before we get there? That'll help you when you
Go
edit
ahead.
too.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna read this real fast, man. I'm gonna read it fast now. All right.
Take your time. Don't read it too fast. We can't understand.
Well, I ain't gonna read it that fast. And maybe I come back, man. This I felt like this was kind of like an introduction, man.
Yeah.
just building.
We'll definitely
you know
come
what
back
I
to the
mean?
show again.
And,
Yeah, because you got some.
it's so much in here, man. And I'm gonna send y'all too. I'm gonna send y'all a confidential digital copy of the book. Y'all can check it out and read it.
Oh, man,
and
thank
then,
you.
when we come back again,
Definitely.
y'all really
We
be
chop
on
it
the
up.
shop.
No,
Yo,
we
bro,
can do a segment.
what about that amygdala thing? You
Yeah.
was talking about the prefrontal. What's
Yeah.
that, bro?
We
Cause I
can
get
we
real
can book
scientific
smart.
up here,
What
bro.
they call it, like how the book clubs do. They come together and congregate what they read and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like we could do a
make that
segment of that.
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
turn that into a podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna read this and say, what seems curious is that despite the universality of the art, its impact and power, there are not many individuals on a large scale arguing against the irresponsible use of music, such as it being a tool for manipulative tactics such as propaganda with the intent of increasing the prison population, for example. Propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. A prime example of music being used for propaganda would be gangsta rap music. The biased and misleading information in gangsta rap music is that you can sell drugs and be a gangster and somehow end up successful, even become a legend or someone highly respected. When in reality, being a gangster is only putting yourself in position to possibly end up killing one of your own people and being imprisoned and or being murdered. Why use gangster rap music as a form of propaganda in the 1990s? Consistently until this contemporary time in 2020s? Well, some speculate that this answer has its primary purpose aimed at increasing the prison population due to various drug-related laws being implemented in the 1980s and the war on drugs. Just an FYI, the war on drugs is a phrase used to refer a government-led initiative that aims to stop illegal drug use, distribution, and trade by dramatically increasing prison sentences for both drug dealers and users. You know how many black people went to prison for all day in the 80s because of that?
Mass incarceration.
And then all you got to do is get people to get on a record and talk about it. Dope man, yeah, that's me.
Hey,
And make it cool.
What you think about Charleston White?
I just heard about him today. I gotta check him out.
Oh, so you don't know who he is?
Nope, I heard, guy showed me a video of him talking about, it was real though. You know what I'm saying? It was real. When I heard him say it was real, he was talking about some rappers, you know what I mean? It was kind of like some of the stuff I be on for real, but that was one video. I don't know him, so.
We'll have to ask him next show.
We've
been a study.
I'm gonna end with this. When it comes to America, check this out, y'all. This is what's killing. This the propaganda piece. This some research data. We imprison more people than any other country. America. The U.S. has over 2.4 million behind bars, as an increase of over 500% in the past 30 years. 500% increase. We have 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's prisoners. What? Run that back. So we got 5% of the whole world's population, but 25% of the world's prisoners. Oh, we benefit from locking people up. Yeah. People of color, though, represent 60% of the people in cages.
That Jim Crow always talking about.
75% in state prison for drug convictions are people of color, although blacks and whites see and use drugs at roughly the same rate.
Man.
But then we get rich off of get on record and talk about, do this, sell this dope, use this dope, pop a perk.
Study promoting the prison business.
Yeah. 13th Amendment said this: y'all free unless you're a criminal. Now, if you was a criminal, then you still a slave. So all I gotta do to keep y'all the slaves is keep y'all to be criminals. It just looked different from decade to decade to decade, right? It went from whistling at a girl, right? Lil Emmett got murdered, right? It went from little petty stuff like that to now, they making music that's so powerful. The music in itself is powerful. So now they don't weasel it. Y'all heard about that gangster rap meeting that was supposedly never happened? Crazy Bones talking about it, all of them was talking about the gangster rap meeting that happened in 1990 and all that. They say it didn't happen. Right. And they said that this group had came together, these individuals that was in power in the music industry came together, and basically they had something to do, some of them was involved with the private prison stock, right? And they said, okay, this is how we're going to transition the music. right? That's where that shift took place in the music when it went from "Don't Push Me" to "Dope Man, Dope Man." And if you notice, the statistics and the research with the prisons, they all line up.
Because we got to have some advertisement for our business.
Yeah, bro. Come on. That's the the commercials.
You got to have,
the
have
BET
advertisement.
videos.
We putting dope out here, and we going to get rappers to promote it.
Yeah.
We the music company.
Yeah, bro.
I understand, man.
2 + 2 is 4.
Come on.
Think about it, bro. If you was the people who had slaves in this country, you building a country for free. You not letting them go.
Yeah.
Come on, you not giving up all that free labor, cuz. You're not giving. So remember the movie Life?
Yeah.
This old. This why they was giving them all day back then. You ain't even kill that man guy all day. Because we need the slaves. We need the slaves. You mentioned it earlier. Bro, I did so much research. I did not know all these companies out here, bro. All these, Amazon, Apple. I mean, all these companies got prisoners making their stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they making stuff from furniture to tech.
To license plates, to
license,
everything.
everything, bro. Slaves.
Shoes, yeah.
Slaves.
Yeah.
Slaves.
That's why they trying to get everybody in prison to and put them under slave wages so they can keep, the resources moving.
Yeah, bro.
Out
Yeah,
here.
bro.
And that's why they say, you worth more in prison than out here because the money that they make off you from the feds and the money that you helping produce them when they sell it
win,
they
win,
sell
win.
through their corporation.
Bro, like
You
3
know,
wins.
so-
They got 3, 4 wins.
Yeah,
Just
so
everybody eating
I
off
tell-
of you.
I tell them every day. I tell people every day, man, listen, man, government business is the most crooked business.
Bro. So I'm gonna say this, man. I want to say this, bro. My desire is for the betterment of my people, like not to stir up controversy, not to create enemies, not to be better than somebody, bro, not to be that dude. Oh, that's old boy that be. No, bro, that's not what this is. You know what I'm saying? I have a very keen insight about music, and I understand how it's impacting our people, and I understand that the individuals who is signing, this is beyond the rappers to me, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not on no Kelvin busting them, what's name, just attacking the rappers. I'm not really doing that, because I understand why you're doing it.
Right.
I understand why you're doing it. But my problem
You're
is
just trying to change the psychological
the reality.
makeup.
Yeah, the reality of it, and I want to promote the reality of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got one thing to say about that.
Shoot.
It's not the music, it's the mentality.
It's the music.
Hear me out, though. Because if their mentality was different, the music would be different.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's all
Absolutely.
about the mentality of our people. Because if our people had a different mentality, we wouldn't even make that music.
You know how you can make them get it?
What?
Put it in music.
Not really though.
A lot of
Not
people
really.
do music.
Hear me out.
They have academic,
Hear me out.
educational classes.
If we trying to get the masses, like I'm in the music business, like these young folks, they want to hear what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now people of the 30s and up, yeah, we can put out some conscious stuff. We can put out some positive stuff.
Right.
We can, you know what I mean?
Right.
We can do that.
Right.
It ain't gonna be as hot as that though. It's not.
It's not.
Right.
Right. It's
You
not.
get what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
not.
Right.
Right.
So what makes it hot? Sales and
Not
popularity, or
The
It's
reality.
it's the reality of
what's going
our
on.
mental.
What's going on?
Okay.
It's the reality of our cultural mental.
Right,
like
right,
the
right.
young folks want to hear that. Why?
Yeah.
That's because they was brought up on it. Listen to me. They was
You right.
influenced and they was brought up on
Yeah.
it.
that's why they want to hear it.
Yes.
Now the people
So-
that raised them, I'm gonna go there with you.
Yeah.
The people that raised them, why did the people that raised them let them hear that?
That's because it's this. That's why I said it goes back to the mentality.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But
They was raised wrong.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. However, this is the point I'm making. I'm trying to connect to what you're talking about, because what you're talking about is relevant. Here's the connection, though. I desire this because this is what I'm getting fed. It's just like food. Like if you grow up eating pork chops, you're gonna have a taste, a palate like for pork chops. You understand what I'm saying? So like if that's what you taste, that's what you're gonna want. That's why they want the music, bro. And the people who running it,
not necessarily.
The people who
because you're forgetting about the second half of the music is the influence. I can be a square ass boy that just want to be cool and get influenced by this.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you get what I'm saying? Like I can be square as fuck, not knowing nothing about this type of life.
Yes, bro.
And then I want to jump into this life because I'm getting influenced by it.
Yes, bro. You're saying the
so
same
it's this.
thing. You said
it's not the music. It's this.
How did that?
No, I ain't gonna say it ain't the music. The music enhance
it,
but it start mentally.
The music is the tool to get it in your mind, bro. You just said it yourself. I'm a square, right? I don't have the thought of being a G. How did it get in my mind?
That's only on that aspect of it.
That aspect.
I was talking about the people that was getting taught wrong already, and then when the influence, it's just reinforcement. It's validation.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm going on the other side of it too. The people that was probably taught right
and still get influenced.
By the music. The music is a factor. I'm not saying that, but it's our mental as a community. We got to be mentally strong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? As a community.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, music can influence whoever, no matter the color. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying, far as in our community.
That's what we talking about. Right.
Our mental capacity. Because it ain't just music. We see somebody with some Gucci. We want to buy it. We see somebody with this. We want to buy it. We want to do this.
It's
mental.
So if the mass is doing it, so how do I combat what the masses is doing? You know, everybody feel comfortable in the group doing what the group do. So how do I resist the
and that's the problem. And that's the problem, though.
You don't feel secure sitting over here by yourself and everybody else in the group.
But that's the problem, though.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. A lot of people gotta understand self.
Right.
Once you start understanding self and knowing your dislikes, your likes, what you feel is you, that's what our community is missing. Everybody want to roll with crowds and groups and gangs and all it is.
Yeah.
Once you start understanding self and understanding what you like, then you're going to start dissing. Nah, them people that ain't even going to like you. They're going to try to crack jokes on you because you like this and like that. That's okay. I'm comfortable being myself.
Being different. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. What leads the majority? What leads the majority though?
It's popularity, man.
What does? Music. Adolf Hitler, little ugly stuff, even said.
I say influence. I wouldn't even say music. It's influence.
I got a whole.
Because people are influenced to do a lot of shit.
Right, bro. But I'm talking about the influence that music has.
Is the biggest influence. Though.
I'm talking about music. I'm talking about the influence.
It is the biggest. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's popularity too.
Yeah.
Cause just like in high school, music is popular right now. You get what I'm saying? Like music is popular. It's been popular for the last 20, 30 years. As far as in our communities impacting. But I'm just saying, just like in a high school, you see motherfuckers doing this and doing that. They popular. They got the girl. They got this. Just like when you in the hood, you got the dope man. He got the car. He got this. Bro. He got that. It's influence, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. Everything you keep saying, bro, is in alignment with what I'm trying to.
Yeah, it is the music, though. But I ain't saying it ain't. But
so listen, you take somebody, and give them all that. What you just said, the girl, the car, right? You make them popular, and then what do? Get that person to do what?
The talk.
Music.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. You have that person
because now you're dependent, and because now you're dependent on those necessary material things that's coming your way. You come from poverty,
right?
You getting these cars. The record labels throwing these girls at you, throwing these houses at you. So now you was rapping one way. But now we done got you comfortable with this lifestyle, so now we need you to rap.
And the
this way.
influence-
But this is what
And
I'm
the
saying.
influence-
But it started with mentality too, because
But
if that
I-
label
okay,
would have
but-
did that
but-
with a guy
but-
like me and said something, I'm mentally strong to know you
Right.
playing me, bro.
Right.
You
Right.
playing me.
Right. But they don't.
That's
do
what
that.
I'm saying. It's
Right,
mental.
right.
It goes mentally. It's mental, bro. Like it's definitely mental. Like, but it is influence and it is the music. Those are just tools.
Right.
Those are just tools.
They go together.
It start with mental though.
They go
Mental is
together.
you understanding
Right.
self, understanding community,
Right.
understanding what's around you, and understanding your position in it. Now, once you
And understanding your influence that you have.
Yeah,
on
and
people.
understanding
'Cause a lot
that.
of people don't understand their own
because
influence
now
that they
all
have.
these other
And
companies
see, bro.
gonna come at you, rap, do this, do that. Man, I think you should do it like this. It's plenty of artists that got those same looks as different people, and they said no. They said no, I ain't doing that.
Because, bro, that's because that individual has something more that they cared about versus just. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
That's
Being-
That's all I'm
being a
saying.
public-
They
They was
stood for
more
something
mentally
bigger.
strong.
That's right. So they're not doing it. So we talking about the people that's doing it.
So this is
Right?
this
So-
is my resolution of
So-
that problem though. Is trying to build the mental strength in our community. So when they
Absolutely.
when they do get into positions, they can think for themselves.
Yeah.
You
That's
know what I'm
what-
saying?
yeah.
Like
And don't and,
That's
and,
what
and
a-
go the opposite way of the
yeah,
crowd sometimes.
because
Right.
the tools is music, influence. Those are just tools. Those not the problem.
Those are you're right. And then
They are just tools to increase
To
the problem.
increase the problem. So you
Our
deal.
problem is mentally. We are mentally
So, I mean-
slaves still.
Yeah, we are. We are. We got a lot of.
And
we
we
got a
gonna-
lot of.
and
We
we gonna
got a
get to
lot
that
of problems.
neurosis, man. We gonna get to neurosis and character disorder, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Trap therapy coming soon, man. We got a lot of things we doing over
For
here,
sure.
man. But
Yeah.
we definitely gotta wrap.
But
this up.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
What
Thanksgiving.
What Thanksgiving mean to me is family, love, and reflecting on your blessings with your family. You get what I'm saying? Like reflecting the goods, the bads, embracing it all, and appreciating where we at now.
There you go.
You know.
And man, there's so much said, man. A lot said, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we have to be careful of the influences that's deposited into us. We have to be careful of the influence that we are upon the community and making sure that we're using that influence in a constructive way.
Facts.
Every influence ain't gonna be positive. Every influence, you're gonna have a lot of negative influences.
Yeah.
But you have to be constructive with it, and sometimes you have to go inside the mind to try to bring somebody out. You have to go inside who they are to bring them out. You have to go in alliance then sometimes.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, we thank you guys for tuning in. We thank Corey Pritchard for
This is
coming
good.
in. And
We needed to hear
we
this.
thank for sale, man,
sure.
coming in and giving his input as well. And like I say, we'll be bringing him in more.
Yeah.
Because
We need that.
yeah,
We need that.
seems like we need a 5-hour show. Yeah, but we'll be bringing him in, and we'd like to thank you, man, for what you're doing, man. Congratulate you on your journey, man, and much prosperity to him. And like I
Appreciate
said,
y'all,
we'll be
man.
bringing him back again. And this is another edition of YatlifeChronicles where
We better together than separated.
Word
Thank you
life.
guys for tuning in.
Peace.